So today I'm going to be making this video about Trippie Redd. Shout out to whoever commented this on my last video because I had no idea that Trippie Redd was Orlando Brown. And when I seen your comment, I did my research and I found so many videos to prove this. So before we get into it, drop a like, comment, subscribe, turn on all post notifications. And, YouTube really hates my channel, so they don't send out notifications to like half of my subscribers. So if you're not getting notifications, be sure to turn them off and then turn it back on. I've had a couple people say that worked. So yeah, let's get into it. So this video is from October 30th, 2018. So back then there was a story, in the rap media that Trippie Redd looks exactly like Orlando Brown without face tattoos. And this one makes perfect sense because we never hear from Orlando Brown. Just like once a year he goes viral for doing some dumb stuff, but we see Trippie Redd all the time. So that means he's more focused on the Trippie Redd role. So this guy makes videos on, all the rap stories that are going on. And he made this video talking about how Trippie Redd looks like Orlando Brown. Check this out.
And two, why the fuck is Orlando Brown looking like Trippie Redd with no face tats? What the fuck is going on? I hate to say it, but Trippie Redd kinda does look like Orlando Brown with face tats. So finally, after a few hours, seems like Trippie Redd had enough because fans kept clowning him. Like, bro, this is gonna be you. He looks like you. This is gonna be you in the future when you're washed up. Bruh, come on. If you cannot see the resemblance between Trippie Redd and Eddie, you might be smoking the same crack rock that Orlando Brown's on.
So even the guy who made this video, who has no idea that this stuff is happening, rappers playing multiple roles, even he said that they look exactly the same. So that should be enough proof right there. But there's so much more proof that I'm going to get into. So this is Trippie Redd's response to all the fans saying that he looked like Orlando Brown. And pay attention to his laugh. Pay attention to his nose, his eyes, and his laugh. I feel like those three things give it away the most. And also his face structure, like where his cheeks are at. It's exactly like Orlando Brown. Now, I know a lot of you guys are like, what? There's no way they're the same person, because that's exactly what I thought when I first saw this theory. But the more you look into it, the more you start to see the resemblance. All those people who call me crazy, like, bro, just go look into it yourself. Like, it takes time to see this stuff. I don't blame people for calling me crazy because I thought this stuff was crazy when I first found out too, but you have to go and look at it for yourself. I can't force you to see what I see, you know what I mean? And to all those haters in the comments who just keep spamming comments under everybody's comments, you will get blocked. I have no more tolerance. I have no more patience. I have had enough patience with the trolls. Now you guys are just roadblocking the truth. Every hater and every troll will just get blocked automatically. Now I understand why Camby does that, because you guys are literally stopping the truth from reaching real people. So if you have a genuine question in the comments, I'll answer it. But if you're just hating and trolling, you're just going to get blocked and that's it. So, I hate blocking people. I don't like doing it. It's gotten to the point where I'm just going to have to start blocking people because we need the truth out. Like, this is serious. And a lot of them don't realize how serious this actually is. And to all the trolls and haters out there, just ask the question, is this possible? I always ask myself that question, and most of the time it is possible. And I'm going to post a video of the bodysuits that they use on my Instagram today. So after you watch this video, go to my Instagram, the link is in the description, and you will see that video. That video will answer all your questions about why they have different tattoos and why some of them have different body structure, because it's a bodysuit that they put on. So yeah, guys, just go do your own research and you will eventually start to see this stuff. And I don't like blocking people, but it's just gotten to the point where I have to. And I understand why people don't believe this, because it literally took me 6 to 9 months to start to see this stuff. I didn't see it at first. I thought this stuff was crazy at first, until I went and did my own research. And, you slowly start to see it and you slowly start understanding what's going on. So once again, pay attention to his laugh, his nose, and his eyes.
Muff is tagging me, talk about Orlando Brown look like me with no face tats. And all I could think is like, If I only like that look like me, like, what make y'all think I wanted that look like Orlando Brown? Yeah. Hold on, if I really look like him, this is gonna determine right here. I got God! I'm off your property. I'm off your property. I'm off your property.
Look, my shit right over there. I called the
Look at this circus clown.
It's whole blood.
Go ahead. Work for them on the corner.
Sock me out. Sock this
Look at this
circus out.
dirty ass feet.
Yep.
This
Sock me
bum
out.
ass nigga. Try to get this nigga some love. He want shit on you.
Yeah.
Now I know why he ain't got no family.
What?
Get the fuck.
I got God.
You better get away from my house where you get knocked the fuck.
Knocked out for calling God. Bro, I'm chilling, bro.
Get away from my house, yo.
I'm away from your house. Hit me. I'm away. I'm off your
If you
property.
come back over, I'm gonna knock
I'm
out.
off your property.
You wait over here for the police.
I'm off your property.
Don't come back to my
In
house.
Jesus' name.
Why the fuck is Orlando Brown looking like Trippie?
Alright, so right there I noticed that they really sound the same. But now pay attention to this video because Orlando Brown laughs a lot in this video. He sounds exactly like Trippie Redd.
And Nick Pin, it's like
So they have the exact same voice and laugh. So it's very obvious that it's the same person. But now check this out. In 2019, Orlando Brown had a lot of music videos with red hair. You know, what are the chances of that, right? Trippie Redd, you know, Orlando Brown with red hair. So it's like they're putting it in front of our face. You know, I always say that because they do. They always have to put it in our face. That way we willingly accept the lie. And, you know, we willingly are getting deceived. Like I always say, there's a riddle to every single one of these. It's like a little game that they play with us, right? They always leave little breadcrumbs so that we can find the truth. Because if they don't do that, then it's not a game. You know, we're just all getting deceived without a possibility of finding the truth. So if there's a possibility of finding the truth, that means you're deceiving yourself at that point. So that's why I say go do your research, you know, go find all the little hints that they give, you know, solve the riddle. To this one, the riddle to me sounds like, you know, colors, right? You know, his name is Orlando Brown and then Trippie Redd. You know, they both have a color in their name. And on top of that, even Trippie Redd's real name has a color in it. You know, his name is Michael Lamar White. So I feel like that's the riddle with this one. You know, they both have a color in their name. Now watch this music video on your own if you want. I'm just going to show this little clip where he really looks like Trippie Redd. So when I was doing research, I didn't believe this theory at all until I saw this music video. This music video has to be the most obvious proof because there's a part where he's in the desert and he looks exactly like Trippie Redd. Look, in this scene right here, he looks exactly like Trippie Redd, bro. And even in this song, he sounds a lot like Trippie Redd. They have the same exact voice and just look at him, bro. He looks so much. So right there, this music video right here should 100% prove that this is Trippie Redd. You know, he looks exactly like him. There's no denying it. And, you know, what are the chances that Orlando Brown is a rapper now? You know what I mean? Like, he's supposed to be an actor from Disney Channel, but now he's rapping exactly like Trippie Redd, and he can sing. I'm going to show one of his music videos where he's actually singing, and it reminds me of Trippie Redd. So Orlando Brown is actually really good at rapping. Like, he raps pretty fast, and it's pretty good. You know, it's pretty impressive for somebody who's just supposed to be a kid actor on Disney Channel. And if you guys listen to Trippie Redd's old music, he raps exactly like that. You know, he used to rap super fast like that. And it's basically the same thing. You can tell this is him, bro. So go listen to this song, Can You Rap Like Me? And then go listen to Orlando Brown's music. And they both rap super fast. So once again, what are the chances that Orlando Brown has another music video with red hair? Like, come on, guys. They're putting it in front of our face. So right here, you can tell that he's doing some Masonic symbolism. And he has a Freemason chain right here. And I thought that was pretty interesting because guess who else has a lot of Masonic symbolism? Trippie Redd. This whole music video has so much symbolism. It's pretty crazy how this went over everybody's head. So if you don't believe me that he's Orlando Brown, at least, you know, this right here should tell you his intentions. And to all the people that think I'm wrong, just ask yourself this question. You know, out of all these people I've talked about, and I'm going to expose more celebrities for playing multiple roles, just ask yourself the question, what if I'm right? Because you guys always say, what if I'm wrong, right? But what if I'm right? You know, the Alex Jones's Bill Hicks one, he literally admitted it, and his own friend exposed him, saying that, you know, it's the same person. So that right there should have woke everybody up to the fact that this is going on. And if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it at the end of this video, because that one is the most obvious situation. You know, he admitted it over 10 times. So if you know that one person is doing it, you know, you should ask yourself the question, who else is doing it? You know what I mean? And it's like 90% of the industry, guys. 90% of the industry is doing this. And I'm going to try to expose, you know, most of them. And if I'm right about one, bro, that's one too many. I feel like I'm right about at least 99% of these. If I'm only right about one, that is one too many. You know, we have a big problem. Out of all of these that I have exposed, I'm right about at least one of them. So that right there should let you know that we have a big problem. Now, pay attention to this video. He sounds exactly like Trippie Redd in this video.
Look at here. This is crazy beautiful, yo. It's gonna be a dope Christmas. You know, this is what they call a white Christmas. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the one I used to know. Alright, baby, I'm coming back upstairs right now. It's about 1 something in the morning. That's what husbands do. You understand that? Come on, man, God. Be a husband. Get up. Get your wife some water in my car.
He looks like Trippie Redd so much in that video. You know, once you see it, you can't unsee it. And it's pretty hilarious. You know, they're both trolls. Like Trippie Redd and Orlando Brown, they both troll so much, and they, you know, say a lot of funny stuff. Now, I'm going to play the first verse of this music video so you can get an idea of how he raps. And he raps exactly like Trippie Redd when he used to rap super fast. And then I'm going to show a clip at the end where he's singing.
I be packing that llama, hit you with that Futurama drama. Commas fucking bitches with Obama and his mama. Kill your bitch, still a eater Jeffrey Dahmer. Your bitch a chick for my dick like gimme Baba. Bucking your bitch crazy, she go Google Gaga. Flex time to have sex, new with Shabba. Threesomes in the bathroom, make a robber. Shit on bitches like my name is Biggie Pop. I be killing motherfuckers, Columbine. Can't believe you still think Stevie Wonder blind. Barry Gordy, my LA reading this prime time. Matola, Fresh Prince in the summertime. Call me eat the pockets on the Aretha fat. Ain't a thing I lack, serving lean and crack. Michael J told me I could be king of rap. Guaranteed I take your bitch, they will bring her back. $700 hamburger plate, making sure my African women hit me straight. Schwarzenegger pussy terminate. Bugatti outside, how I skate. Hey now, what you say now? Eddie picture gay and this co-star gay now. Anything I say, get about to make it place now. Any motherfucker talk shit, getting laid down. I'm the king as the moon, the alligator puma. Fuck a late bloomer, should've learned sooner. Thurman like a Uma, giving niggas tumors. Everybody coming to America. Yeah, God bless America. Everybody won't come to America. Yeah, I live in America. God bless America. I stand for America. Everybody coming to America. Everybody coming to America. 100,000 in my pants. That's what happens when you come to America. God bless America. Everybody won't come to America. I live in America. God bless America. Everybody won't come to America. So everybody coming to America. God bless America. Yeah, I live in America. girl likes to party all the time. My girl likes to party all the time.
So he's not that bad at making music, you know what I mean? So it makes sense that he would be able to rap as Trippie Redd. And he can sing, as you guys just saw. And Trippie Redd sings in a similar way. And notice at the end it says rescue me in red. And, you know, it shows a red thing right here. This leads me to another point, that these people are chosen from a young age to do this stuff. And it's pretty sad, to be honest. So that's why I feel like Nasty C was happy when I exposed him for being X. Because he's probably in a slave contract. And like, you know, I can tell that he was happy. And people around him have told me that they're happy that I'm actually exposing this stuff. Because they can't speak out on this type of stuff, guys. They're trapped. Like, they're literally slaves to this industry. So you guys call me crazy, but little do you know that I'm actually helping these rappers by bringing attention to this stuff. Because if we wake everybody up, then they will no longer be slaves. Now, here's more proof that just makes it super obvious. Orlando Brown is listed as 5'7", right? Guess how tall Trippie Redd is? 5'8". You know, they always lie about 1 inch to not make it too obvious. But come on, 1 inch, it's the same thing. They're the exact same height. Now, this is where the proof gets really good. So if all of that didn't convince you, this should be the nail in the coffin. This is irrefutable proof. So at this point, this part right here is irrefutable proof. So this is Kyle Massey, right? Now, if you guys watched the show That's So Raven, you know that Kyle Massey and Orlando Brown were both in that show, right? And they were both friends, right? You know, they clearly know each other for a long time. You know, they were in the show together for a while. So it makes sense that they would still keep in touch to this day, right? So check this out. Can anybody explain to me why Trippie Redd and Kyle Massey are close friends? How are they friends, guys? How did they meet? You know, it's so obvious at this point. They're putting it in our face, guys. Orlando Brown was in the same show as Kyle Massey, That's So Raven. And I used to watch that show all the time. So that's how I know that this is Trippie Redd. Because they have so many pictures together. And look, there's so many videos of people comparing them to. It's just crazy. There was a lot of memes comparing them as well. So just answer me that question, guys. Why is Kyle Massey and Trippie Redd so close? Why are they friends? And it's crazy because, you know, I'm a big fan of Trippie Redd. I like his music. And I watch his lives from time to time. And one time it was weird because Kyle Massey was in the comments. And he's like, hey, Trippie Redd, you know, and Trippie Redd's like, hey, Kyle Massey's in the chat. And he's like, that's my friend, bro. And I was just thinking, like, how do they even know each other? Like, that's just such a random connection. And he even brought him on the live for a couple minutes. So I tried to find that live, but Trippie Redd goes live so many times that I couldn't find it. But it's just crazy, bro, how close these two are. You know, why? They're not in the same industry, nothing. The only explanation is because, you know, he's Orlando Brown. So look, another picture with them together. This one has to be the most obvious one. There's so much proof for this one. Look at all these pictures that they have together. And also Trippie Redd's face looks so fake. Like he's a different color in almost every picture. You know, sometimes he's lighter, sometimes he's darker. That always gives it away whenever their face is like a different shade in different pictures. Drake is the clearest example of that. He's literally a different shade in every picture. But I'll make another video on him later. So yeah, guys, why is Trippie Redd so close to Kyle Massey? Why are they close friends? So now I'm going to show you this video of Trippie Redd recording Kyle Massey on his birthday. And he posted this on his story, as you can see right here.
That Corey in the house right now.
Look, I'm a new kid moving in, getting it done, and I'm officially the candidate for having some fun.
Birthday, bitch!
Birthday, bitch.
So yeah, guys, it's just so obvious. You know, why is he celebrating his birthday with him? You know, it's obvious that they've been friends for a long time. You know, because they were in the same show together as kids. Now look at this. This is more mockery of them putting it in front of our face. Kyle Massey posted this on his own Twitter. So the other picture I showed you was on Trippie Redd's Instagram. And the picture before that was on Kyle Massey's Instagram. But this one is on Kyle Massey's Twitter, and he said Life's a Trip out now. You know, he's shouting out Trippie Redd's album, and they're at his house. So it's like, what are the chances of this, guys? Just answer me, what are the chances of this? If anybody can answer me how these two met, and you have proof to back it up, then you can prove me wrong. But they will never tell us how they met, because they met in That's So Raven. Now look at this. This is from a verified account on Twitter. So around this time, everybody was comparing Trippie Redd and Orlando Brown, right? And this verified account really posted this, and they said, I have never seen Orlando Brown and Trippie Redd in the same room. So how much more proof do you guys need? Even celebrities are noticing that they're the same person. Like, it's just so obvious. And this was, wow, I didn't even realize that this was recently. Oh, damn, I didn't even realize that, bro. This is November 1st, 2020. I thought this was from like 2018. But this was really like a week ago. So this is good timing right here. I'm telling you guys, people are waking up every single day. Every single day, more and more people are realizing that celebrities are playing multiple roles. So if you guys think I'm crazy, answer this question from this other celebrity. You know, why have we never seen Orlando Brown and Trippie Redd in the same room? So if you guys want to prove me wrong, send me a video of Trippie Redd and Orlando Brown in the same room, and I'll delete this video. Look, another person comparing them in 2018. Have we ever seen Trippie Redd and Orlando Brown in the same room? Because they look exactly the same, you guys. And they both have the same personality. That's what gave it away to me. That gives it away so much because they have the exact same personality. You know, they're both crazy. They both troll a lot. You know, they laugh a lot. They have the same exact laugh, same voice, same mannerisms, same nose. They didn't even try changing the nose with this one, because what they do in most cases is they get a fake nose. Look it up. It's called makeup prosthetics. I'll just look it up for you guys because some of you guys are just slow. Some of you guys are just super slow and you're not even going to do your own research. So I'll just look it up for you. So look, guys, you can literally buy your own nose and put it on to make your nose look different. So I'm tired of people asking me, why do their nose look different? So I'm tired of people asking me, why do their noses look different, you know, in some of my videos. And this is exactly why. You know, go watch behind the scenes of movies, guys. They do this all the time in movies. It's like you guys have never watched a movie before. You know, in every single movie, they put on all this makeup and prosthetics to make themselves look different. And I'm going to show a video in one of my upcoming videos about how they do it. And it's behind the scenes of a movie. And it shows the bodysuit and everything. So I'm going to show that video in another video because this video is already getting long. But yeah, guys, go watch the movie White Chicks. Go watch the movie Bad Grandpa. You know, they literally made him look like an old person. And they fooled everybody. I'm telling you guys, go do your research. You guys act like we're in the 1940s and we don't have technology to do all this stuff, guys. It's not that hard. We're in 2020. Technology is so advanced. You know, they can do anything. Now, before I end the video, I'm just going to show a couple more coincidences that I noticed. So, Orlando Brown has this music video called Picasso's Nightmare. And I thought it was pretty interesting that the person who filmed this music video goes by Trip. Trip Titch. You know, what are the chances of that? That his name has Trip in it, like Trippie Redd. And notice how the floor is red and his shoes are red. So now I'm going to show a part of this music video and it sounds exactly like Trippie Redd. And also go watch this music video for yourself. He raps really good in this video because Trippie Redd is good at rapping too. So this one is just so obvious. He raps for 9 minutes straight and it's actually pretty good.
It's a new day. Legendary. It's the one lazy brown.
So right here he screams and it sounds exactly like Trippie Redd when he screams. Once again, it shows that it was directed by Trip.
It's a new day.
So now that I've proved that Trippie Redd is Orlando Brown 100%, now I'm starting to think, you know, when are they going to fake his death? Because what they do is they create these second characters That way they build them up, get them super famous, make all this money, and then they fake their death. That way, you know, everybody goes and listens to their music and they make even double the money, because death sells more than when you're alive. So that's why they fake all these deaths. You know, they do it for money. And I think another reason why they do it is to lower the vibration of everybody, because people get sad when they hear that their favorite rapper died. So I feel like they're going to fake Trippie Redd's death pretty soon, in a couple years probably. And I noticed that in this Orlando Brown music video called No Fear, he's walking in a cemetery. So I feel like that's predictive programming, that they're either going to kill off Orlando Brown's character or Trippie Redd's character. Now, last couple things I'm going to show before I end this video is all the weird coincidences with Trippie Redd. You know, he was close friends with X, right?